So I just want to talk for a few seconds, and just to say this, people might say, it's not the right time and everything, but again, this is the thing I'm trying to say, that there's only two countries in Europe that haven't got the churches open at the moment to a certain extent. And what I mean by a certain extent, at least open for a certain extent, there might be only 20 people allowed in, but at the end of the day, at least it's open. And obviously, as one priest said, and I couldn't say it any better myself, a Calvin priest, he said, the church is the most safest place. And I said that a few months before he said that the church is the most safest place to be with God and obviously praying. It's the most safest place you can be. Like, there's not a place in the world that's safer in the house of God. And this is putting straight. And obviously, even if they allow even 30 people into a church, it's up and it's a small compromise. Again, the government can make a small compromise. For Easter, particularly Easter, coming up into Easter, they can make a small compromise. Even if they let 20 people in, it's something. It is something. Even if they let them in, say if they've done 2 masses a day, one in the evening, one in the afternoon, they let 50 people in, 100 people each. So 50 for say 11 o'clock mass, and then 50 for 7 o'clock mass. Again, they could do it. Then it can be done. Like the cathedral in Calvin, with 2 meters and everything like that, you could nearly have 300 people at most. 300 people 2 meters apart with mirror masks. And Bob's your welcome. That's as simple as that. There's no harm, and they have hand sanitizers and everything. What's the harm? Like, again, the government, again, they're attacking Christianity, this might seem as racist or anything like that, but this is not. Again, it's being fair. It's being fair with everybody, treating every religion equally. As we've seen in Dublin, at a mosque, 200 Muslims gathered at a mosque. And again, I'm not saying they're entitled to practice their faith. They're the same as every religion in this country, entitled to practice their faith. But again, this is the thing. I used the priest in Mullahoran, for example, in County Cavan. The guards turned up when he opened the church to the people and let the people go into the church that they pay for, that they fund, the people fund. It's the house of God, it's the house of the people. He let them go in, and he didn't stop. He didn't turn them away, as he said he wouldn't turn away his flock. He wouldn't turn away his people. Again, that's cruel to turn away your people in time of crisis. And obviously the guards threatened to put him in these up and the prosecution's looking at his fire and everything, which is a disgrace. Because nothing's been done about this mosque, for example. And again, I don't seem to be sound racist or anything like that. But again, can you see the point I'm trying to make? Again, they do know. Again, there's no harm in having religious places open. Again, as I say, in England, I think they have, mosques and things like that open. And again, I'm just saying, for the sake, because again, it's not fair that the Catholics are being persecuted. And we'll use the word persecuted here, and then other religions are not, and they're getting the free pass, because that's what's happened. As you've seen in Black Pits in Dublin. Black Pit or something like that, I can't remember. But again, I don't mean to sound racist. Again, I hate the sound, and I hate to be making that combination. But again, I'm just trying to make a point. I'm just trying to make a point here that they were allowed to do it, and the guards never turned up. The guards never turned up, and they turned up to the priest in Mullahoran, who only had a few people, and they were wearing masks and everything. I don't think the people in the mosque were wearing masks, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't quote me on that. But again, here's the thing. As I said, the majority of the countries, apart from 2 countries, including the Republic of Ireland and some other European country, but the churches are open nearly in every other country, for a certain extent. And obviously, it does need to be done. Even as I say, if they allow 50 people in, it's something. It is something. It's a small compromise. Again, the government should make a small compromise. Just as small. Again, it's a small compromise. Again, it's not much to ask. And if people wear masks and social distance and hand sanitized and everything like that, what more did the government want? Did they want them to start crawling into the churches? Did they want them to crawl through the roofs and sit in the roofs, or what they want people to do? Because we all know what Eamon Ryan wants people to do, and Leo and the rest, and they want to sit at home in the corner and cry, and with no heating or nothing to warm themselves, and they want them just to starve in the cold. That's literally what they want. So again, I say, and I would appeal to the government. Again, appealing to the government is like literally appealing to hell. But again, I'm just literally asking them. I'm just asking them to have a small bit of sympathy, and a bit of a compromise, I suppose, a bit of compromise, and meet us halfway. Meet us halfway. Because again, as I say, the house of God is the most safest place you can be. And that's just putting it straight. Because you're in the house of God, you're protected by God in the house of God. And you're praying, and you're praying you're praying for forgiveness, you're praying for to get through life, you're praying to get through day-to-day life, to meet the bills, to able to survive. And that's what the church is all about. And again, they should be open, and the simples that should be open. Like I know some churches that are refusing to open, some priests are refusing to open. But again, our faith is tested the highest time when there is, something along this line, when there's absolutely turmoil happening in the world, and disaster. Your faith is there for us, and the faith is there to keep us going, to keep us alive, and to keep us going, and to keep us to believe and hope, and to believe in that there will be better times to come, and of course there will be better times to come, and please God there will be, and please God, and there will be, but just keep hoping, keep praying, and keep how would you put it, keep fighting the good fight, and hopefully, please God, the government will have a small bit of cop on us and meeting us halfway, just meeting us halfway. Again, it's not much to ask. Halfway is not much to ask. Thank you.